These are kefir or kefir grains. They are a start for fermenting milk, and that's what we're going to do. Here, do you want to put that into that glass jar? Just dump it all in. It's okay if it spills. Okay. Okay, now we just add some milk. You can use any kind of milk, but I like to use raw milk. A little bit more. Put a little bit more. Okay, great. Thank you. Now we're just going to let this sit on the counter, room temperature, for 18 to 24 hours. If your house is kind of cold, it's going to take longer. And if it's kind of warm, then it might be done sooner. Let me show you the one that I started yesterday. We are going to strain it. Put it on here. Do you want to start?
Yeah.
Okay, here you go. Right. Well, I scrape this and get every last little bit because this is wonderful stuff. Okay, if we can do this without getting in each other's ways, or even if we do. Okay. This is full of probiotics, the friendly bacteria that we want in our gut. You know, you have bacteria in your gut, and you want the nice, friendly ones to be more than the not so good ones. That will help your immune system be stronger. It will help with your digestion. And it is something that you can get from fermented foods. You should eat fermented foods every day. They're really so good for you. This also contains vitamin K, which is kind of like the new vitamin on the block. And it's a difficult vitamin to get in our food, but it is found in fermented dairy. I put it into our fruit smoothies or even our vegetable smoothies sometimes.
I really like this.
Okay, so yes, I'm glad you noticed that. We are using glass and plastic utensil, and this is a stainless steel strainer. It's important not to use any reactive metals when you're working with kefir because apparently it reacts with the fermenting process. So plastic or glass. I prefer glass. I always save jars and things for storing food. So I think you're about there. Here, let's show the camera. Okay, what that looks like. And here's the kefir ready for use. So we take this that we just took all the kefir out of, our next start, put it into a glass jar like we did at the beginning, add more milk.
Can you let the grains sit out without the milk in them?
You can, but I think after a while they will die because they actually eat the lactose in the milk. That's their food, so if they go without food too long. I've heard that you can dehydrate them, but I've never done it, so I don't know how that works. If I'm going to be out of town, I will just take my jar and put it in the fridge, which slows down the fermentation, and then it's ready for me to begin again. Wow. You can also freeze them. It grows and grows, and so if you don't have enough friends to give it away to every week, you can take some and put it in a baggie and just freeze it. And that way you have a backup in case something happens.
And where do you get it?
You can order it online, but the best way to get it is from a friend. So if you live in Utah, I can give you some. And you asked me earlier why I put this on my jar.
Yeah.
And there's no reason other than to keep things from falling into the bottle. A lot goes on in my kitchen, and I have herbs hanging around drying and things like that. And so I just put this on it because you want to leave it open to the doesn't fit on that one. It only fits on the big one that I had originally. But anyway, you want to leave it open to the air, sort of ferment, but this little sprouting lid protects it from whatever might fall in it.
There you go.